Welcome back to another episode of Rob Sports Center, man. If you are an old school basketball fan, then you're on the right channel. If you are a new school basketball fan, you're on the right channel. If you're a sports fan, period, you're on the right channel. But more specifically for this video, if you are a Larry Bird fan, you're on the right channel. So y'all already know how I've been telling y'all, I've been doing these little small form videos of people speaking about Larry Bird moments that you guys have been loving and I've been loving too. So this is just a continuation of that. Today's video is titled Larry Bird on Fire at All-Star Games he played in. So I've never really heard too much about Bird from the All-Star game, so I'm really looking forward to this video. But before we get into this video, man, do me a big favor, and Bob too, smash that thumbs up button. You know this is gonna be a good video, and you know how I do it. We ain't gonna talk y'all to death. Let's get straight into that action. Just 1 second, if you guys have been enjoying my videos, if you guys have been loving my content I've been putting out and you wanted to support, this is how you would do it. So you would scroll over to where you see the $ thanks. When you click on the $ thanks, it's going to give you like 4 different options. It's going to give you some preset options, but you can also go to more and give whatever you're willing to give. There's no certain amount. Anything is appreciated. I just really appreciate you guys for supporting me. Thanks. Now back to the video. I had to click on the wrong one. Technical difficulties.
A lot of theatrical defense over draw sense of the stands, but I mean, there was defense, and it was pretty predictable, like you say, where either the East or the West would make a run and close it out in the fourth quarter and get it to be close, but it was just different. Like, there was something special about watching Bird play against Magic, or Isaiah and Michael Jordan be on the same team, who you knew they didn't like each other.
But hold up.
Dr. J and George Gervin.
Quick question for you guys. Did Michael and Isaiah Thomas always not like each other? Or was that something that kind of came about once, Jordan kind of started taking over the league in a sense? I'm curious about that.
These guys, they really, and Bobby, a lot of it has to be said for the money. Because back then, the money was small, but it meant so much to them. So, it just overall had but again, you had the titans of the game there too.
Yeah, it's like the guys back then, they wasn't playing for money. They was playing just for the sole purpose of the love of the game and to want to be the best. That's why you got the aspect of competition. They wasn't, they had to earn that recognition. Like, you had to get in and put in the work to get the credibility of having all these endorsements and stuff. Now you got guys, they got that coming out of high school, so it diminishes the work ethic, you know what I mean? And then it becomes an over-watered down league to where everybody is focused on individual accolades, or they just focused on trying to get money and not necessarily, trying to dominate or be one of the greatest.
The stands, instead of it being Paul Pierce, and I don't even know if Pierce was there, but let's say Pierce and KG, I'm making it up. It was Wilt Chamberlain and Bill Russell and George Mikan.
And those guys were with their teams for so long that you had association with the conference.
Yeah, there's no question Tatum, he was awestruck, man.
Yeah.
He was awestruck.
And it adds to the awestruckness that you don't see him.
That's part of the myth.
There's a myth to him to some degree. You hear about him, he's the standard in franchise history in terms of skill. And as you said, seeing them together, obviously the first time, it's cool in that sense, but
dude, I got choked up.
With each passing year, there's more of a connection between them. And people are mad that Tatum and him don't connect more because Tatum doesn't have the championships.
Keeping this consider.
Now look. So you guys remember the last video, I told you guys to comment in the comment sections on what y'all thought about the Tatum and Bird, or the meaning things. So I came up with this after the video was over with. Now I'm on it since they're still on it. My thing is this. Tatum needs to be worried about winning a damn championship, opposed to worrying about being mentoring or having Birds and just having Bird around. You need to be worried about winning a damn championship, and maybe Bird will come around.
Especially for the History Channel.
I'm just saying.
I'm not saying Larry Bird wasn't self-motivated, because he was, but he did have Red Auerbach hanging around, Bill Russell hanging around, John Havlicek hanging. I mean, these guys were there all. JoJo. I mean, some of these guys Havlicek retired the year before he came. Towns played.
But look,
I mean, the support system.
This is the thing too, bro. This is why I be trying to get people to understand. I get what he's saying from a psychological standpoint, but that is not the reason why Bird gave everything he had to the game of basketball, because of Bill Russell, Red Archibald, who else? I can't think of the other guy he just named. Bird gave everything to the game because that's how he played the game. So whether he had Bill Russell supporting, whether he had Red Archibald supporting, whether he had any, he came out there and played because he loved the game. You can't make somebody have that dog. They got to have that dog in them, and they got to be willing to pull that dog out. It's nothing. You can bring Larry Bird around. You can bring Michael Jordan around. You can bring any of the legends from the past, Magic. But if they don't have that dog, that fire within to dominate, then it's purposeless. You know, because you can't motivate the unmotivated.
Not to mention, he had 5 Hall of Famers on his first team and a questionable Hall of Famer in Maxwell, which will probably get there eventually. All right, well, I mean, we've gone on and on here, and this was fun. But you asked about how it was back then. So we're going to wrap up this video with my top Larry Bird All-Star moments. So we'll cue that now. We'll be back next week. Don't forget to check out Factor Meals, factormeals.com/boomercakes50. I love that promo code. You'll get 50% off. We're actually going to get a case ordered to the studio here next week and do an unboxing for you. You need to follow us on Instagram because you may not be able to tell, but this, my friends, is a Jason Tatum
Autograph basketball.
And I ain't touching the autograph. You see, I got it. It has a letter of authenticity.
I see he's a big Tatum fan.
And, we want to give it away. I'm glad I caught it.
I mess with him. Tatum's a good player.
Celtics CLNS on Instagram. Same thing on Twitter.
And see, once again, just like I always say, you know I gotta stop and show y'all the heart. Look at the heart. Watch this. He gets out on the fast break. He's gonna do a behind the back pass. I think the guy misses the layup. He follows up with a rebound and on the offensive board and put up points. Bam. He come get the rebound, put it back up. Like I say, that's the love for the game. So bringing Bird around is not going to make Taysom do that, because if he's not doing it with Bird not around, then he's not going to be doing it when Bird is around, because that's not the way he plays the game. So it's like, come on, we got to have that understanding. Let me go back. Kind of missed that pass a little bit. Bird be out on that break, man. Follow what? Once again, look at what I'm talking about. Once again, we got to go back. We got to go back once again. Gets the pass. He missed the shot. Boom, bam, tilt, bam. There you go right there. There go your 2 points. You can't make that has to be you. Look at that, man.
You know, most guys do that, except for one guy, one of my teammates, Charlie Heinz.
Isaiah gets the pass to Larry Bird, who squeezes it to Isaiah Thomas on a good feed. Larry Bird. Behind the Toyota.
Good pass. He goes inside, takes the defense with him. There's an open space. He goes right down the lane there.
Larry Bird. Good screen by Toyota. Bird hits the jump shot. Bird can figure in this game. Fires this one up and takes up on his back. And 2 years ago, 1980. Larry Bird.
Well, it makes it a lot easier when you're playing with 2 guys to play with all year. Plus, you got the coach sitting on the bench and coaching throughout the year. Coach Fitz started calling my play a little bit, and I got hot, and I just hit a couple shots.
Congratulations, Larry. Tremendous job, tremendous game.
Thank you.
And then it's like, even in the All-Star games back then, man, they just, it was competitive. It wasn't too much playing and joking. It was seriousness. They was going at each other, man.
Larry, tremendous job, tremendous game.
Thank you.
They couldn't eat the championship this year. Larry Bird with a 5-yard MVP last year. No time to save it.
He dove in the crowd. That's what I'm saying. And this is an all-star game. This ain't a playoff game. Bird played the game of basketball no matter the circumstances or the moment the same way. And like I said, a lot of that don't show up on the box score. So anybody who has anything negative to say about Bird, they have not seen Bird play. Ooh, Dr. J posterized him. Imagine that, Dr. J and Bird on the same team.
With the free throw, it's 12-7 in favor of the East. Larry Bird, and that looked like they were working on that for a week.
There you go between the
And Isaiah heads up to make it happen. Watch the bounce pass through the defense. Beautiful.
Okay, I thought he passed it between his legs. Still was a good pass though.
Bird gets free. Isaiah having the ball, trying to find Larry Bird, who moves so well. This situation here.
What did they just say? Look, what did they just say? What does Larry Bird do?
Bird gets free. Isaiah having the ball, trying to find Larry Bird, who moves so well. This situation.
Moved so well. You remember when I watched I don't know if you guys remember from my full game reaction, the most recent one I did against when they played against Drake University. One of my notes I took down was that his off-ball movement was phenomenal. And his off-ball movement created a lot of opportunities for him.
Here, great pickup by Tony. Start the action. Up to Bird. And you can have it, Dr. J. You make it look better.
Julius Bird. Basket counts and a foul.
For the East in that situation, they're alert to that, and Bird's ball rate.
See, that Bird was doing the dirt leg, the little dirt fade away before dirt. That was nice. This man went up under with his right hand and switched to his left hand. That was nice. To up and under with the right, switch to the left, boom. But considering he played the game left-handed, that ain't hard to believe. And guess what? This is just like a work of art, man, watching this man play the game of basketball, man. But going back to what I was going to say first. What I was going to say first, look at the defense. So his highlights ain't just offensively, they're defensively. But look at the game, look at the hustle. Bam, save the ball, come back in. Oh.
Watch Bird just make this move strong into the hoop. He's ambidextrous. Actually, a lot of people think lefty. Bird going to 3 more. It's first penetration. Watch the read. Fake at him. Make it look like he's going to intercept the pass. He really forced Bird to take a shot. The read is faithful. And shoot it.
He took it straight into the heart of his defense. There you go. His favorite outlet pass. That's the McHale. Look at that, man. Anybody who say anything negative about Bird, man, they could not have watched him play. They could not have.
Larry Bird.
I'm 27 years old. I didn't grow up in the Bird era, obviously. I wasn't alive at that time. But I'm able to come back and educate myself and say, this guy's legit, man. If you know basketball.
And the lead is 12. Bird. Yeah. Playground. Here we have Bird. Now watch the last second pass. There it is. Beautiful. Deep run. Well, maybe number 33 is going to get cooking now. Here we have Larry just cruising out there, doing his thing, little head fake, which he does, and then.
So he didn't appear in 89, 91, 93 due to injuries.
First time, maybe.
I think that was his back injury. Was it his Achilles? Did he injure his Achilles or something like that too? Bird had a numerous amount of injuries. And that's the only thing that really, you know, kind of stopped him from being what, you know, we probably know he could have been. And they didn't have the technology, they wasn't technology advanced as they are now in terms of being able to help the guys, athletes from it in that time recover. So I hope I didn't cut that video off too much, but I think for the most part it was over with after that. But as you guys can see, man, that is it for this video. If you did enjoy this video, do me a big fan, man. A big favor, not fan. Smash that thumbs up button. Also, if you're new to the channel, man, make sure you subscribe. When you subscribe, click that post notification bell where you be notified every time Rob Sports Center drops. Just like Drizzy Drake say, I got these videos coming back to back, man. I'll see y'all in the next video. We out this thing.